Good. Yes, sir. What's good? What's good? What's good? It's your boy Fannon this morning. Hope all is well with everybody. All right, here we go. Here we go. We got 4 people in the building. Ancestral Rage. What's going on, man? Yeah. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Sean Snowden, what's going on, my man? D-Lo 404 in the building. What's going on? Gravy Davy, what's popping, man? Stormy B. Man, good morning to you as well. Right Hook 1000. What's happening, man? Harold Jones in the building. God dog, man. CSM HB J Dog. What's going on, J Dog? Talk this boxing, Jay Good. Yes, sir. Woolbag, Tony Snowflakes, Maurice McElroy, Marquise Johnson. What's going on with you, man? Hope all's well. Junior the Truth. Man, y'all got to subscribe to Junior the Truth. If there's anybody ain't subscribed to Junior the Truth, the Punch Junkie morning show, early mornings, comes on before Trill Boxing Talk. I think he also comes on before Blue Blood Sports TV, man. Please subscribe to Junior the Truth. So you, man, one of the most professionally well put together live streams we got on YouTube and definitely in the LDBC, man. Please subscribe to Junior the Truth, host of the Smoke City Mobcast. A lot of people go to the Smoke City Mobcast, but they don't realize that Junior the Truth's got his own channel where you can hear him spit it solo. So please subscribe to Junior the Truth. What's going on, Brian Taylor, man? What's going on, man? Jeff, the producer, salute. Real Talk 90, what's going on? Royal Kabosh, what's going on, man? What's blazing in sports? What's going? Yep, slap the like on the way in. Also, man, subscribe to my man, What's Blazing in Sports. Damn, I forgot I got to do something. I got to write these names down. What's Blazing in Sports? Sorry, man, I'm just doing little notes because I got to make sure I go by some channels, man, say what's up to people, man. And I want to go check them out, man. Let me know if you're back on your live stream yet. Yep, Junior is the truth. What's going on, King? Mr. King Palmer. What's good, man? Salute to Stephen Bailey. Oh, Stephen Bailey's in here. What's going on? KQKC in the building. Charles D, what's shaking? I'm chilling, man. Yes, sir. Slap that like. But let's get into this. Let's get into this. Oh, man. Tooth Robinson in the building. Gotta love that super chat. Thank you, sir. Thank you for repping the channel. Thank you so much, man. Tooth Robinson, man. You are super appreciated around here, man. You know, man. You one of the diehards, man. You one of the cornerstones of the LDBC, man, and I really appreciate you. Good morning, B&B Boxing. I'm sorry, I didn't read. Tooth Robinson said, respect to everybody in the chat. Salute for none. Absolutely. So let's get into this dumb shit, okay? All right, because it just you have to. Oh, I missed a couple, man. Akeem Smith. What's today? Did I miss a couple super chats? I think I did. My man Sugar Fantastic. And my man Akeem Smith. Peace, Akeem Smith. Hey, Akeem, are you the dude that is on do you do videos on Dante's Boxing Nation sometimes? I saw somebody that gets on his channel, man, and I thought that I heard the name sounded similar to yours. I'm not sure if you're the same dude that was doing that or not. But anyway, let me know if that's the truth. What's going on, Frank Sparty, man? Gregory White in the building. What's going on, XX Rebelo? What's going on, man? Junior the Truth says salute to my man. Let's go, slip the jab. Gregory White, okay, we got it. Let's strike grind radio. What's going on, man? He said, I'm listening in. I'm 400 feet over the Atlantic. Dang, what's up with that? What's going on, Stephen L. Hawkins? What's going on, man? Yeah, man, what's up? Appreciate that, man. TJ Hawkins, what's up, good people? I threw down 6 videos yesterday. I'm working. That's what's up, KQK Boxing. Keep working it, man. Keep working it. Please subscribe to KQKC Boxing, man. What's good on God's Corner Boxing? His name is AK, I think. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, he just threw it up. Eddie Hearn gets caught in another lie when it's a total waste of time by KQKC Boxing. Just released that video. See, just so you know, dog, I know when you release the videos because they hit me right there. Boom. Right on my screen. But let's get to it, man. That's a perfect way to introduce this. Some people believe anything. Some people believe anything. Anthony Joshua was interviewed by IFL TV, and I guess also I saw the Boxing Voice had a live stream where they were going to talk about it. I didn't watch the live stream, but I saw some notes that got left and videos that were done. Let me tell you, man, and I've done this a bunch of times, okay? We've done this a bunch of times. There is not $28 million in a fight to give Deontay Wilder, okay? Unless the zone says, you know what, we're going to kick in an extra $15 million for the heck of airing this fight. They can't offer that because there's not that much money in the fight. The whole fight's going to do about 50, and I'm doing dollars. I'm not doing pounds, so there's no need to move it to pounds. The gross of that fight would be somewhere around $50 million, $55 million, okay? If they wanted to give Deontay Wilder a guarantee of $28 million, if that's what it wound up being, right? That is 50% of 52 million or 56 million. That's 50-50 fight. And that's a guaranteed. Instead, that offer would be better than what Deontay Wilder's asking for. Okay? If that was true, that would be better than what Deontay Wilder was asking for. If they guaranteed him $28 million to go fight in Wembley, I would take it. Because there ain't that much money in the fight. It's that's 50-50. So anybody that tells me, oh, Anthony Joshua offered him $28 million but he doesn't deserve 50%, you don't understand what the 50% is. Okay? Because that's a $50 million fight, okay? And say $53 million, because that's what a Klitschko versus Anthony Joshua fight was. Unless they put in extra money by DAZN. Unless DAZN throws in a ton of cash to get the fight on there, which they might do. But I don't think that's what Anthony Joshua meant. I think Anthony Joshua was just throwing something out there, just saying something. I instructed Eddie Hearn to do. You didn't instruct Eddie to do shit. You work for Eddie Hearn. You should be crazy, man. Johnny John, you can't make offers when you're not in talks. No, you can. You can. You absolutely can. Make an offer. You can. Okay? You can. You might not get a response. But you can make an offer. You can walk up to a girl on the street. I heard 78 Sports TV say that. But he's not making an offer that he can expect a response to. Right? He's not going to get a response from that offer, right? Or whatever. But you can make an offer. You can offer somebody anything. I can walk up to a lady in the street and offer to take her to dinner. Hey, I would like to take you to dinner, right? In exchange for you coming to the restaurant, I'll buy your meal, right? That's an offer, right? If she says yes, that's acceptance. We show up, right? She shows up, that's my consideration. I buy the meal, that's her consideration. Deal done, right? And we weren't in discussions at first, right? But yeah, he can definitely offer him. You can offer anybody. I can offer a deal to Deontay Wilder. I can write a note to Shelly Finkel and say, hey man, I want to fight Deontay Wilder in my living room. I just happen to have $100 million laying around and I want to get my head knocked off my shoulders. I can do that. That doesn't mean that the dude is interested in doing it because he's already doing something else, right? So just strictly speaking, yeah, he can make the offer. $28 million was pulled out of their bow. Right out of it. That's over 50%. That tells you right there, dude, that's over 50% of the value of that fight, man. Eddie Hearn said that because listen, he said, and this is sometimes you know when Eddie Hearn's telling the truth because you can verify it from other sources. It's like with most people, it's like trust, then verify, right? With Eddie Hearn, it's doubt and then go verify. So when he said in that article today that came out in Boxing Scene for wherever he actually got wherever they got the interview from, when he said that the Wembley usually grosses like $10 million, right? $10 million gross from a fight at Wembley, right? Which is about right. It's $100 a ticket. It's $100, $110 a ticket times 90,000, right? You get about $10 million. You wind up being about $110 a ticket, right? That winds up being $10 million. I be telling you fools, the number, you don't even have to ask these dudes what the numbers are, dude. You can do some basic rudimentary fucking research and get the gross numbers on the fights that they're doing. It's the number of people that are coming times the average ticket price. The average ticket price is 110. They got 90,000 people in there against, that's the most they've ever got in there. So him to say they usually gross around 10, that's not true. They usually gross a little under 10, but the max that they will gross is $10 million. But for him to say, oh, we could still do that at O2. Last time I checked, O2 Arena was like 21,000 people in there. What are you going to, at 21,000 people, that's four times. What are you going to offer? So the average ticket is going to be $400 a pop? You're going to sell you'd have to sell your average ticket for $400 a pop in the UK, which ain't happening. But anyway, dude. Yeah, exactly. You need to ignore these dudes. But just all I'm saying, man, and this is almost to you UK fans. Dog, don't talk stupid, okay? You're about to you're about to run down the street with a stupid argument, okay? Because if you ask me whether or not Deontay Wilder needs to take a $28 million guarantee to fight to fight Anthony Joshua in April, I would say without a hesitation, yes. I would advise him to do that. Why not? That's $30 million guaranteed. That's over 50% of the value of the fight. And you're guaranteed that? Hell yeah, take that. But you know that offer's not coming. You know that offer's not coming, dog, because Eddie Hearn and Barry Hearn ain't into going broke, okay? They got to pay Anthony Joshua. All right, so what are they going to pay Anthony Joshua? Because you're guaranteed, right? You're guaranteeing Deontay Wilder $28 million. That means that's his money, okay? That's not promoter fees and all that shit coming out. That's the check you're going to write him. $28 million check you're going to write him, and all he has to do is take that, pay Shelly Finkel, pay his trainer, pay his taxes. Dog, you better run with that. Run with that, but it ain't coming. Don't hold your breath, though, waiting for that offer to come. And that's why you know they're fake. And if you guys even act like you believe that, you're fake. Absolutely a fake. What's good, Tate? Oh, Muhammad is one. Basically, they talk about what Fannon is saying now, saying almighty law. What's that? Rico Clardy in the building. What's going on? 30 million is a chunk of change. Yeah, but there's not $30 million to give Deontay Wilder in the UK. There's literally, you cannot do it. Dude, you would have to have the fight simultaneously in O2 and Wembley. They'd have to do 200 million they'd have to do 2 million. That wouldn't even do it. They'd have to do I think maybe 2.3, 2.4 million pay-per-views in the UK to make that money. Because you got to understand, Anthony Joshua versus the biggest UK pay-per-view fight that has taken place, if you don't include DAZN putting a big-ass cherry on top, because there is that option. DAZN can put a big cherry on the top and say, look, here, we'll guarantee Deontay Wilder's purse. We'll guarantee it. We'll pay him the $30 million. We'll give him a Canelo Alvarez-ass payday. All right, we'll do it. If that's the case and DAZN wants to kick out that type of money, then he can make that money. He should go take the fight. But as is, with just an offer, dude, hell, he would earn more money than Anthony Joshua. $30 million would be a 60-40. That would be a 60-40 split in favor of Deontay Wilder. The same thing that these people are saying that Deontay Wilder doesn't deserve. So what in the fuck is Anthony Joshua even talking about? Anthony Joshua is saying, yeah, we want to make the fight, but he can't come up with these fantasy contracts. But then in another interview, he mentions something that would be a fantasy contract. But see, what he really said was he'll make twice as much as he's ever made in his career, right? which is him just repeating what Eddie Hearn line, right? That's just Eddie Hearn line because he doesn't know how much money Deontay Wilder made. He doesn't know how much money Deontay Wilder's made. But I would be like, I sent a note over there. Look, dog, I made 15 million. You gonna give me 30? I'll take it. I'll hold off the Fury rematch. You know, but Deontay Wilder seems to be the kind of like the man of his word type of guy, and he's already planning to fight Tyson Fury. All this shit really is them just trying to keep Anthony Joshua's name and keep that interest in Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder going so that they can continue to use that to sell a fight that don't nobody give a fuck about, okay? Which is whoever he fights next. We know for sure don't nobody care about the next fight Anthony Joshua has, okay? Nobody cares about that. Because I'm more interested in, and most people are more interested in what's going on with him and Tyson Fury. I'm up in, okay, so let me go back to say, did they ever release UK buys from the Wilder fight? Not that I've seen. I don't think they, see, here's the thing, man, unless BT, assuming that BT is the same as Sky Sports, they don't release their numbers. That's the big thing about Anthony. That's another big part of the fraud that goes on with this conversation about how much money Anthony Joshua makes. Nobody knows what his pay-per-view sales are. When I'm saying 1.4 or 1.1, I'm going off of numbers that are on Barb. What is it? The British, whatever it is. They're basically like the Nielsen ratings for the UK. And the ratings that they gave, the market share ratings or whatever that they give off for Sky box office, whatever I can't remember exactly what the channel, the pay-per-view channel is, but I think it's Sky box office. But those are not Sky's numbers. Sky's reports their actual numbers for free TV to Barb, but Barb has some calculations. Barb is just guessing. Barb is just guessing what the numbers are. They don't know. Just like we don't know what the pay-per-view numbers are. We don't know what the pay-per-views are for Canelo Alvarez, Gennady Golovkin. They never released them. Showtime never released them. Showtime never released Gennady Golovkin, Canelo Alvarez, the first one. They never released them. They never released the Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Canelo Alvarez numbers. They never officially released them, which is why you see these games being played where you have, like, all you hear about Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury is that eventually the numbers look like they're going to come to around 325. They didn't do for Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury what they did for Anthony Joshua, right? I mean, what they did for Canelo Alvarez, which is have Oscar De La Hoya just jump out there and say, "Oh, we did 2 million. Well, we did 1 million. We believe we did 1 million," and they just went with that number. Oh, they believe it's going to be 1 million. Cool. He did 1 million pay-per-views. You don't know if he did 1 million pay-per-views or not. You don't. The only numbers that we know for sure are the numbers on free TV because those come through Nielsen's ratings. They come through Nielsen's ratings. But Showtime hasn't released the pay-per-views for Anthony Joshua, for Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder. And according to the article in Boxing Scene, it's going to take several months until they know what that total is. So how come you automatically know what the Canelo Alvarez ones are right away? But when you report Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury's numbers, you're not going. It's trending towards it. It should cap off at. Oh, I'm telling you, it's a lot of media manipulation going on. Obviously, there's a lot of media manipulation going on. Man, much love in the super chat to my man Rico Clardy in this mug. He said, Fannon, I believe AJ and Hearn are full of shit, but I hear people saying they're not taking into account AJ's fight is going to other countries. Does that change the money that he makes? Not worth shit. Not worth shit. Because you gotta include that in everybody's calculations. So you can actually, to get real numbers, you need that. You need it. But to get the general feeling of what the fight's going to be, you look at the main sources of revenue, right? You look at the gate. You look at the domestic pay-per-view, right? There's foreign television rights. There are other things like I guess, percentage of the concessions, merchandising. Like when people buy, you know, Canelo shirts, do you get a percentage of that? There's a bunch of different revenue streams, right? In anything. And it's not just boxing, it's anything that you do, it's any type of businesses. What are they charging more money for, and who gets a percentage of what, right? So in merchandising, you don't know what AJ's merchandising is, right? You don't know what the television rights that were paid to Matchroom were in Russia, right? But it's gonna be a percentage, dude. It's just gonna be a percentage. It's not gonna be. You're not gonna find, if it's $100 million fight, you're not gonna find another $20 million in Russia. You know, so like I said, we don't know what the numbers are. There's no journalist that is reporting on any numbers or any website out there that can tell you what Anthony Joshua's pay-per-view numbers were. The only thing you're going to get is their estimates from sources, right? From what the sources say. So, but that's the rule with everybody. You know what I mean? It's the rule with everybody. It's the rule with Tyson numbers. It's the rule with Floyd Mayweather Jr. numbers. It's the same rule with Canelo. It's the same ring with Wilder. It's the same rule with Joshua. It's the same rule, with Pacquiao. So if that's the case all across the board, you don't have access to their bank receipts. You don't know. If you don't have the right to literally audit their shit, you don't know. So what we do is we take the gross numbers right? You have to go with what was estimated. All right. But still, dude, if you think that I don't believe, for example, that Anthony Joshua versus Joseph Parker did 1 million pay-per-view buys, because there's a contradiction in what came out of a report from Sky about the Conor McGregor Floyd Mayweather Jr. fight, and what came from somebody reporting on Barb about what the Anthony Joshua versus Joseph Parker did. According to a source from Sky, Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Conor McGregor broke all pay-per-view records in the UK. But according to Barb, and according to what's coming out of people's mouth who got reason to put that shit out there for Anthony Joshua has it. So which one is it? But the numbers that they're using are the Barb numbers, and the Barb numbers aren't accurate. Because again, Sky Sports does not release their official pay-per-view numbers to Barb. And shout out to my dude one time, as Cat came to my channel, gave me a real detailed explanation of how Barb goes about their calculations. And he's like, they're just flawed, right? He's like, that's a flawed. You can't believe the Barb numbers, because the way that they calculate it, it's a bad formula they use to calculate what those pay-per-view numbers are. Anyway, man, but you know, people can believe what they want to believe, dog. Much love in the super chat, though, Rico Clardy. Fannon, Valkis, we just got to track what Canelo is bringing home, since AJ is making 1/3 of what Canelo is making. And Royal Kabah said, you're right, they're lying. Of course they're lying. Eddie Hearn lies about, dude, when you consistently hear a guy exaggerate, right? If you hear a guy lie enough times, then you know you can deduce what the truth is. When you hear somebody exaggerate enough, right? And you're like, okay, he exaggerated by 1/3, he exaggerated by 1/3, he exaggerated by 1/3, he exaggerated by 1/3. Okay, next time he's going to exaggerate by 1/3. So if I really want to know what the true number is, I'm going to reduce it by 1/3, right? Same thing as when you're negotiating with people. I've negotiated with the same guy enough times for him, right? So I'm negotiating a deal for somebody, right? And I'm representing him, and he's trying to cut a deal with somebody else. I know what he's going to do, right? I know what he's going to do. Whatever, he's going to want you to make the offer. This is his MO. He's going to want you to make the offer, and whatever you offer, he's going to cut in half. And then he's going to send that back to you, and he's going to want you to match him somewhere in the middle of that. So his goal is systematically always to get you to 75%. So, but he has a basement of what he's going to pay. right? He's never going to come with that basement of what he's going to pay. But whatever you do, he's going to start at half. If he doesn't value you, and you're just like you're some cat that he doesn't really value, you're going to, when you offer something to him, first, he's not going to offer you anything. He's going to stand around and wait for you. What do you want? Well, I don't know. What do you think is fair? Well, I don't know what you think is fair. You tell me what you want. And hey, man, we'll pick up this conversation when you tell me what you want. He wants you to play first. So then you go and play first. You say, I want $100. He says, how about 50? His basement that he's going to pay you is 60. Oh, yeah, the basement that he's going to pay you is 60. You ask for 60, you ask for 65. He says, how about 51? You say, okay, how about 61? Okay, about 58? All right, how about 60? Okay, I can live with 60. So you know what he's going to do. You know what I mean? I know it every time what he's going to do. I know what Eddie Hearn's going to do. I see what he's doing. He doesn't want this fucking fight. If he wanted the fight, he would do a percentage deal. Even if you thought that thing was real. If this $28,000, if he said 28, which Anthony Joshua did not say, if he said 28, you know that offer's not real because that's greater than 50-50. And Anthony Joshua just said all he needs to do is realistic. Dude, you don't think 60-40 is realistic, but you think 28 million is realistic? You don't do your own negotiations, do you, son? You don't do your own negotiations. You punch in the ring, don't you? Okay, shh, Anthony. Shh. You got us in trouble last time with this $50 million you'll take it thing. Do you realize he just made $12 to $15 million in his last fight? That means you just put us between $24 and $28 million with that. What you just said, dumbass. Shh. We're not paying him $28 million. There's not $28 million in the fight. Are you taking a pay cut, Anthony? That's Barry Hearn's conversation with Anthony Joshua. Anthony, he's a young man. He's a boxer. Okay? He's a boxer. All right? You need to shut up with all that shit. Straight up. And y'all that believe it need to definitely shut up. Because Anthony Joshua don't believe it. He just don't even know. He's like, Anthony, what did you say, Eddie? Oh, we'll try to give him something worth twice what he's made in his career. Twice the gross or twice the net. What do you mean? Twice? Oh, we meant twice the net. How do you know what the net is, dude? Did you calculate the taxes in Alabama and in California? Do you know how much he's paying? Do you know how much he's paying his trainers? You got his profit and loss statements? Dude's just full of it, dude. What's going on, Sim Khan? What's going on, man? Joshua asked for $50 million. Hey, Royal Kabaj, what's going on, Woodstar TV? Hey, are you B more? What did you come underneath another? What was your name before Woodstar TV? Royal Kabaj said Joshua asked for $50 million. Which lets me know he hasn't made anywhere near $50 million. Of course he hasn't. Dude, of course he hasn't. Dude, that's the numbers out the UK. You can't make that in the UK, dude. Okay? You can't. All right? You cannot. All right? Just straight up. They're not paying anything. You can't do it. You can't do it. All right? Look, if you work for a firm, you work for a small business where the gross revenue of that firm is $100 million, they cannot hire the CEO of IBM to work for that company, because the CEO of IBM's yearly salary after bonus is worth more than the gross revenue of that company. So how could they hire him? They don't have the money to do it. They don't have the money to pay Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder $28 million and have that be 40% of the fight. Less than 40%. They don't have the money to do that. $50 million, they don't have the money to do that. Everybody would have had to work for free. Everybody would have had, in order for Anthony Joshua to have gotten $50 million out the UK, everybody has to work for free. The other fighter can't earn a salary. The undercard fighters can't get paid. The hot dog, they have to give the hot dogs away for free. They have to give the t-shirts away for free. They can't charge anybody to come into the fight. I mean, no. They can charge. They're not going to give it away for free. They can't pay the hot dog vendors for the hot dogs they bought, right? They can't pay the cats that are putting the shirt. They can't charge for the t-shirts, right? Because he got to get 100% of the merchandising. It just stop. There's not that much money there, man. There's just not. Which is why he's saying the biggest story in the whole thing, I'm telling you, is him even acting for a second like he wants to come and fight Jarrell Big Baby Miller. If they make, in 2019, if they make a U.S. debut, you know he's not getting $25 million a fight. You know it. Because they cannot afford that. He can't get that much money in the United States. Unless, again, DAZN is willing just to fork the money over. Doug, as far as that fight with Canelo Alvarez, Canelo Alvarez, if he got $33 million in that fight, DAZN that was a cost to DAZN. Because they did not make that money back. They didn't make that money back. That's sunken cost. Canelo went from a revenue producer to sunken cost, where they're like, we're going to invest $33 million to try to get these subscribers in here to get a positive flow of subscribers. It's not even going to be worth it in the amount of money that they get from the subscribers. That's sunken cost. That's like me saying, okay, I'm going to go build it, they will come, right? Build it, they will come. All right, if I just pay the money, I pay Canelo, and Canelo's on the network, then people will come. All right, and then I won't have to pay all these other guys eventually, but I'll have the subscribers, and then we can reduce the level of cost associated with that. Dog, that shit is, the money's not there, dude. And you don't even have to do some in-depth analysis and know all that stuff to know the money's not there. You know it's not. They didn't charge anybody for the fight. Free. They charged people for free. It was free. And it's $100 a year. What is it? $100 a year? $120 a year? Right? So you get 1 million. When are you going to get 1 million people? Did you get 1 million people to sign up and pay their $10 and not the free trial? No. They just tried to get you in there with it. And they were willing to sink the cost. They're willing to spend that money to get that attention. Outside of that, it's not going to happen because that's pay-per-view where? And you think Anthony Joshua versus, what are they going to put Anthony Joshua and Jarrell Big Baby Miller on pay-per-view here? What network? What network is it going to be pay-per-view on? Right? That just would tell you something's wrong with the numbers over there in the UK. If they would even do that. What? Tennis, hockey, NASCAR, soccer, etc. What is that about? I mean, I can't say whether they're in a hole or whether they're not in a hole, because here's the thing. I'm going to give DAZN the same thought process that you gave the PBC and what so many people got wrong about the PBC. You had a lot of people, I got something on my screen. A lot of people running off at the lip talking about how, the PBC was running through money, right? Because they got a $500 million investment from an investment banking firm, and that's what springboarded the PBC, and they wanted to do all that, right? But that was an investment. When you have when they invest, they're trying to build. That's like the build it and they will come for thing. If we build this platform, we can increase the value eventually to where our investment was worth it, right? I do believe DAZN might be publicly traded. For all I know, if it's publicly traded, they do that all the time. They'll buy companies just so that they don't have competitors, right? But so in this case of the DAZN, they could be, I believe that they're publicly traded. If they're publicly traded, then getting Canelo, that could increase consumer confidence, right? And increase the market value of their stock, right? So As a result, they could actually make that money, but not through actually getting your revenue in, but through creating the difference in the price of the stock, right? There's all kind of ways people can make money. It doesn't always have to be, all right, I'm going to give you this money. Now I paid PBC $50 million. I need $50 million. I need a 10% return on my investment out of the receipts from the pay-per-view and the gate, right? So every single fight has to be can't be in, some of those shit's going to be in the red. They could feel, oh, we're going to be in the red for a couple years, right? We're going to be in the red the zone might be thinking that we're going to be in the red for about 3-4 years, right? But eventually this is where we think we're going to get. And then our market price is going to go up. We might get sold, right? So now as soon as we get to this portion of the market, right, then ESPN is going to see us as a real threat, or Disney will see us as a real threat. And then they'll try to buy the company. I mean, there's these cats, these investment bankers, cats who are like real finance, real money guys, dude, there's 100 ways to skin a cat for those dudes. And I'm not one of those dudes. I'm not saying that I understand it. So I'm not going to say DAZN, that's a bad decision for DAZN to do that. I don't know what their business model is. I don't know how they intend. Only thing I know for sure is they're going to try to make some money, right? They're going to try to make money. But I'm not going to do and say that about DAZN the same thing people said about the PBC. Because where's the PBC now, right? Did the PBC go out of business? No. They've got Fox. They've got they got what they wanted. They got Fox. They've now got Fox putting advertisements on fights. They got advertisers paying for fights on Fox, right? They've got the big contract with Showtime. Their business, from what I can see, is booming, right? But if you listen to these cats a few years ago trying to judge them on every little thing that happened, on fight by fight basis, guys like Steve Kim, dudes like Dougie Fisher, cats like Dan Rayfield, people like the guy from Yahoo Sports. Dog, I mean, you're a journalist. You don't know. I'm a fucking fight fan. I don't know, but I know I've seen rich people make money in a lot of ways, dog. And one thing they are not stupid with their money. So if they did it, they got a reason why they did it. And we'll see how that pans out for them. You know what I mean? The Wrench Gang needs to calm it down a little. Nah, dog, we slap people up, dog. See, because it's just how it goes, man. The zone could be like Netflix in 10 years. Let's get some shares now. Oh, yeah, you kind of slapped them for that. They ain't trying to hear no DAZN. Yeah, that's a little crazy. That's a little hot. That's a little hot, dog. Okay. But no, I'm not saying I'm going to get some stock in DAZN. I don't know the shit like that. I have a hard time investing in shit that I don't understand. And I don't understand it. Now, I probably do need to spend some time, since I did make some money by leaving some money in an account. And I was like, damn, I forgot I even put that money there. And I looked up and I was like, shit. Okay. I made a nice little bit of dough here. Scotty Peppin, well, damn, I'm not sure. What up, Fannon? What's going on, Rain Man 7? Shout out to Atlanta, to the A, the T, and the L. Yes, sir. All right, let me check these super chats, man. I got my screen over here for my super chats. If you guys leave a super chat and you don't hear me do it right away, trust me, I will get to you, because all I got to do is go to this screen and recycle, and I am up to date. But shout out again to Rico Clardy, Toot Robinson, Sugar Fantastic, Mr. Smith, Akeem Smith, and Stay Ready Boxing from yesterday. If I didn't get to you last, say thank you yesterday. Stay Ready Boxing. Much love and respect. Stay Ready Boxing. Let me see. Y'all never learned to. Oh, what? Hey, you. Oh, I got to read what Hey You got. Wow, Hey Lies. That was really stupid. No, we're nothing like the Klan. Nothing like it. Hey, man. See, when you say things like that, I just got to ask. Anybody on the box? You ever seen a boxing channel lynched? You ever seen a boxing channel lynched? No. I've never even heard of it. It's a very interesting person that can see how giving black fighters the benefit of the doubt is like hanging somebody. How does that, what in your mind would make you think that? You probably don't think. But sometimes your little comparisons like, oh, it's a clan with a tan. No, we're not. There's a lot of clan members that have tans, by the way, on their neck. It's red. But it's nothing like that, man. I just find it real funny how, like, I'll do videos. I don't mention race at all. At all. Not one word of it. But that's what people like you see every time. It's like you cannot stand. It's like you can't stand to see black people having fun. What about that irritates you? Why does it irritate you whenever you see black people happy or black people or black people being successful at something? It irritates you, doesn't it? I sit there and I see Europeans successful all the time. Don't make a video about it. Happy for you to the extent that I care. But you see a black dude happy about boxing. You see black people in a chat having fun with each other. And all of a sudden you got to do something like, you got to find a way to make a video about it, or you got to, call us, cancer, something like that, man. Race ain't even brought up, but you got to bring it up. You tell on yourself. You tell on yourself. You're like one of those people, see a crowd of black people just in a park barbecuing. You just got to call 911, right? It's got to be an emergency. Hold on, shit. Somebody's there having fun. We got to stop that. Oh, we got to stop that. I don't like that. They look happier than me. Why do they deserve to be happy and I don't get to be happy? You're just like the worst type of people, man. Yeah, Dale McCray, they hate their own life. You're not happy, dude. And I guarantee you this. When I used to go on these live streams, I used to go on comment sections before I had my own channel, and people would talk about how you control the world and you got all this money and we can't read and all that stuff. And I would always respond to, dude, if you're on this channel, you're not one of the ones with the money. Okay? The ones with the money, the ones that are controlling stuff, they're not on this page talking like you're talking. They're out spending their money, or they're out there making their money. They're out there controlling people's lives. That's what the ones with the power, that's what they're doing. They're not you. Okay? They're not you. So stop living vicariously through them and bragging on them, right? And thinking that the only reason that you're not like them is because of people like us. Happy people. Oh, they got a car. They must be happy. Oh, shit. Why don't I have a car? I deserve a car. Get the fuck out of here, man. Oh, it was Marshall Sims. Fannon the Don. Ring the police. Ring the police. Fannon got 2 burgers on 1 bun. Oh, hell no. That's against an ordinance. A double cheeseburger. The hell you doing, man? You ain't supposed to have that. Come on, man. Like that movie, was it Rosewood? Where they're like, that dude got a piano. It's like, you don't even play the piano. Yeah, but I should have a piano. Why has he got a piano? But you don't play the piano. Yeah, but he's got one. Fuck. Y'all don't have no channels. See, this is the thing. There ain't no little section. You go to those cast channels, there's like what, 15 people on them. I go to your little troll. I go to those channels. I just out of fun sometimes because I got some dudes, I got some cats that I like, man, where y'all hang out. All 30 of you hang out. All 30 to 35 of you hang out. There's not a lot of going on there, dog. There's not a lot going on. Okay? And that's on you. Organize. Have a troll association, but you got to call it by its right name. You got to call it the YouTube troll community. Y'all got millions of potential members that you can attract. Oh, focus ball shouldn't be real boxing. Oh, don't block real, but I'm in the mood to get some of these dudes today. But y'all know, take your troll asses. See? What card? What race card? What is that? I just got on here and it's being as expected. No, you're not. You've been listening for a while, you bitch. Okay? I've been on this chat for, stop lying, okay? You're a liar first. Because I've been on here for 40 minutes. We've been having this conversation for 3 minutes. You expect somebody to believe you just got on here? No, dude, you went and got your troll ass onto another troll channel you had after you got kicked out and came back. You're the same troll that got kicked out. Okay, we all know who you are. We all know what you do. Okay, it's like clockwork. You get thrown out, and then all of a sudden, 2 minutes later, miraculously, there's a whole new channel to pick up your conversation where you left it off, dog. Like I said, go to your 5 to 10, if you're really good, 15 to 20 people stream and enjoy yourself, dude. Okay? And I didn't pull no card. I'm pulling other than your card. Stop hating. Go away. It's just hating. You just go away, dog. DOG said used to go to live streams and troll on them. Now he's the man with the live streams and they troll on him. I never trolled. I didn't troll him. I would just be like listening. I'll still go. I'm just listening. I like to know what you about this. I like to listen to boxing. I do. And in some of these channels, like I'll go, they're what you call like neutral channels, right? They're neutral channels, right? But guys that are just going to stay clear of everything, usually these type of channels are guys, the ones that I'll go to are literally like all they want to do is talk about the actual fight. They don't do much social stuff. They don't do much of that. And they'll also placate guys like that. Like, you bum on my channel, I'll just straight kick you out. Okay? I'm not going to play with you. I know what you are. I'm not going to mince words with you. We're going to just go bop, upside the head, dude. We're going to throw you out because we don't really want you here. But they're going to play with you. They're going to allow you to, go back and forth. But I'm never going to troll them. 78 Sports TV said, buck them and feed them mayonnaise, dog. Much love in the super chat. Exactly. You just bop you on the head, you get the fuck out. Any boxing fans following White Chisora? I'm sure somebody is. I'm sure somebody is, dog. You got to be, there's going to be some real hardcore boxing channels that are going to talk about that. But, I don't really care. I'll watch the fight, though. I don't know really what there's to talk about it. You got two B-level, you got two second-tier heavyweights fighting each other. And when the fight comes on, I'll probably do a live stream and talk about it with the cats, with subscribers and stuff when the fight comes on. But I'm not going to do a video on White Chisora. I mean, what for? The fight doesn't matter. It's not a significant fight to me. Blue play. God dang, I got to get that shit blue. Yeah. Oh, Kane Bad Guy said, I watch troll channels just to get a laugh because they don't have any facts or sources. Dude, I mean, cats want to argue with you. Just, whatever. The truth in this building. What's going on, man? Much love in the super chat, dog. Yes, sir. This shit sounds disgusting being fed mayonnaise. Fuck them and duck them and feed them mayonnaise, dog. Dog and mayonnaise, dog. That shit is funny. Yeah, mayonnaise sandwich. Much love in the super chat. Much love in the super chat. My man Gregory White, dog, said, yes, sir. Let me get over to my second stream or my thing over here, dog. On the real though. Let's go get some content, man. Yeah, mayonnaise sandwich. Dog, y'all kill me, man. Always trying to come shut down the party, dog. Man, matter of fact, one time, dude, in college, I didn't believe this. Could not believe this. I threw a party. I was in New Orleans, right? And I lived on this street called Spruce Street, which was right off. Damn, I can't believe I haven't been in New Orleans in so long. But whatever the street is that goes St. Charles, is it St. Charles? I think it's Spruce and St. Charles, but right over, basically up by Tulane University. And I threw this party, right? handing out flyers and stuff. I had a little house. It's supposed to be a house party. I, expected like maybe 70, 80 people. But dude, it wound up being like a whole block party, man. Like people were all out in the street, all down the block. And I was like, I'm going to get arrested for this. Man, the police came up and were like, just tone it down a little bit. It's all right. We do these all the time. I was like, yeah, it's no biggie. Ain't nobody causing a problem. Just have fun, man. We're just making sure, it's all good. It's like, wow. If I was over on the other side of town, dog, they would have shut that shit down and woo, woo, woo. But that's the first time I was like, damn, dog, that was all right. I expected to get everything clanked up. It's St. Charles. Thanks. St. Charles. Yeah, St. Charles of Spruce. I used to live on St. Charles of Spruce, down a little bit off Spruce by that, there's a cemetery, like a cemetery right over there. That's where I used to live. Yep, that's New Orleans. Yeah, them motherfuckers did not bug out on me. New Orleans, my hometown. My wife went to Tulane for graduate school. Yeah, man, I wanted to go to Tulane. They put me on a waiting list for Tulane. I was like, damn, I would have been in Tulane. I never wanted to leave New Orleans. I wanted to go to Tulane, but I didn't. I should have applied to Loyola but other thing, I could have went to Southern and Baton Rouge, but I just didn't want to. I wound up going to go into DC. But, if I could go back again, I probably would have just stayed in Louisiana, man. I love Louisiana. I love the South. I never want to see winter. New Orleans, my home. Yep. Okay, cool. Let me go back a little bit. KQKC, our Bears made the playoffs in the division, and the LDBC, I got a lot of love and ideas for us at KQKC Boxing. That's what's up. Oh, Donald Bell, you live in New Orleans? I love New Orleans, man. I love New Orleans. Only thing wrong is that occasional horrific hurricane. Just that outside chance, dog, that just everything you own might go away. But if you live underneath that, other than that, if you living in the lowlands, now you living up in like the French Quarter, that area, like the oldest part of New Orleans, which kind of sits up, right, where the flooding doesn't get so bad. Southern University, yes, sir. Mean Robinson, how do you feel about Canelo and his last opponent? Do you think he has to fight real competition in the future? I got mixed opinion. I got mixed feelings about that fight, man. I don't know why he's leaving 160. I don't know why he's leaving 160. There's plenty of really good fights to happen at 160, going to 168. There's better fighters at 160 than there are at 168. You got David Benavidez at 168. You got, is he going to fight? If he's not fighting Iskadegi, or if he's not fighting Jose Uskatagi, excuse me. If he's not fighting Uskatagi, if he's not fighting David Benavidez, if he's going to go fight George Groves and Liam Smith and but he won't. I didn't hear where he said he's not going to fight a Mexican fighter. That takes out Jose Benavidez. That takes out Jose Ramirez and David Benavidez. I think that's whack. I think he's just coasting out for the money. That's going to make – there's more competition in 160. But, Lord, if he's going to do it, take his belts. Okay? Take his belts. Don't let him fight another 168-pound dude and keep his WBA and WBC title at 160. That's got to go, That's kind of how I feel, man. But I'm a Canelo Alvarez fan, but he's Oscar De La Hoya, is associated with Oscar De La Hoya, man. HBCU, School of Fine Arts, HU, Yes, sir. Them Bisons do it. Yep, shout out to the Bisons. Smith got an actual WBA belt at 168. Yeah, man, but dude, he's not the best. Yeah, if he fights him for the WBA, but that's fine. If he gets the WBA belt at one and he let those other belts go. Let the WBC and the WBA belt go. Just let him go and go to 168. Okay? And then let 160 work itself out, man. That's my feeling. Floyd got to keep belts at 147 to 154. Yeah, they let Keith Thurman keep his belt. They let Mikey Garcia keep his belts. I'm not saying that ain't never happened before. I don't want it to happen. Drop the belts. It's bad enough we got all of them, man, but then just going to straight treat them like marketing? I mean, that's what they are anyway, but just, that's my thoughts on it, man. Real Pitbull, it's done, and he got the belt. Is done and got his belts. Is on that elite group. Now he's fighting for three times Gigi, Canelo, and Charles. I'm not. Duh. Canelo does thy will, King Canelo. Canelo a good ass fighter though, dog. So I ain't gonna, I love watching Canelo fight. Canelo beat the tar out of Rocky Fielding. But it is interesting, man. I mean, why wasn't he? Why would I don't see where did he say he's not fighting Mexican fighters anymore? I don't even know him really to fought that many Mexican fighters. Did he fight Angulo? Did he fight with Angulo and Chavez Jr.? But whatever. If you don't want to fight Mexican fighters, cool. Fight Charlo. He ain't Mexican. They try to manufacture legend fights or drop belts. I mean, Canelo's a good fighter, man. What's going on, Focus Ball? He's a real good fighter. He's not just a good fighter. He's a really good fighter. But, hey, man, they're going to try to coast that out, dog. It is what it is, man. Unfortunately, I want to see. I need a link or a source for that Mexican fighting things. Yeah, I don't know. I can't give you a source on it because I just heard it mentioned on Trill Boxing Talk. I don't know where that came from. If Canelo Alvarez said it, he said it in Spanish. I think Black Fight Fan TV speaks Spanish. I don't speak Spanish, so I can't watch the channel. So I can tell you where I can tell you where I heard it. I can't tell you where he said it. And I'm definitely not saying it's not true because I don't know why Black Fight Fan TV would lie, So I've never heard of a situation. It's not like Eddie Hearn said it. Black Fight Fan TV said it. And I mean, his word has been golden as far as I've known. So, I'll take it, but I don't speak Spanish, What a King Diesel in the building. What's good, man? Canelo will fight all those guys no matter the colors. Cool. I hope so. He's always done it. I mean, Canelo Alvarez has always fought the tough guys. I mean, this Rocky Fielding fight, was a mismatch. It was a mismatch first fight on the zone or whatever it is what it is. But other than that, Canelo fights people, man. Canelo's got the deepest resume in boxing. So I'm not going to sit here and say that Canelo ain't willing to fight people. Because he is, he is. And way he fought Gennady Golovkin, he just basically just walked the dude down. And then he fought the same style again against Rocky Fielding. It was like, I'm just going to walk this dude down. Like I said, man, I'm a big fan of Canelo Alvarez. The problem for me is De La Hoya, right? It's, that's the golden boy. But he fights I'm stuttering on it. He's fought tough fighters. Canelo's not somebody that's got a long history of not fighting people. The issue with Canelo Alvarez, and the only real thing I think anybody can stick on Canelo is that he has not fought Jamal Charlo or Jermell Charlo. Right? That's it. And hopefully he'll remedy that. That's where I am with it. Now, if you want to tell them, I'll tell you about some other cats that ain't fighting people. But I can't say that about Canelo. I think Anthony Joshua's full of shit, fully full of it, right? But I can't. Number one, I don't speak Spanish, so I can't hear what Canelo's saying. Like I would have a better gauge on it if I could listen to him, but I can't listen to him because he doesn't speak in English. So for me, and I'm not going to take what somebody's translation of that is. I can't do that because there's been too many times that I've been with my sister and I'm listening to and I'm listening to somebody in Spanish, they're talking in Spanish, and she's telling me what they're saying, and she'll be like, that's not what they said. Like, they didn't say that. My brother speaks Spanish, my sister speaks Spanish. I don't speak Spanish. I don't know what they're saying. But she'll straight tell me that's not what he said. Right? My brother-in-law, who's from Cuba, he speaks English, not the best English. Then he's like, no. He understands English better than he speaks it, and he'll listen to somebody's translation. He'll be like, no, no tiendo. I don't know it was no tiendo. I don't know what the fuck that means. You know what I mean? Like, oh, no. That's not what say. That's no say. He no say. And he'll also tell people in a minute, that's how old Guillermo Rigondeaux is. Okay? Every time he hears people say that, I went to school with Rigondeaux. I went to school with Guillermo Rigondeaux. Guess how old Guillermo Rigondeaux is? He's the same age as me. He's 38 years old. Guillermo Rigondeaux is not lying about his age. That's what that dude says every time. And I was like, how do you know? He went to school with me. We were in school together from the beginning of school till we got out of school. That's his boy. And they'd be like, that's how old he is. He's not 45. He's not 49. I asked him about Luis Ortiz, and he's like, I don't know Luis. I don't know how old Luis Ortiz is. He don't know Luis Ortiz. He doesn't know Luis Ortiz, but he knows Israelandi Lara, and he knows Rigondeaux, and he's like, that's how old they are. But I can't go say nothing about it because I don't know. I don't speak Spanish, and you can't trust translators. You can barely trust cats speaking that you understand. I mean, Eddie Hearn speaks perfect English, and I still know that dude ain't telling the truth. I'm done talking about Canelo. GGG is 37. No Charlo, no Benavidez. Yeah, Spanish changes depending on the country. Yeah, no, but it's not that much. Not when the motherfuckers be like, no. His expression was no. That's not what he said. He's not wondering. They would say, because my sister doesn't speak. Her Spanish is the Spanish she learned speaking in America. She speaks to Mexicans. She knows what Mexicans are saying. She knows that el autobus, what is it, la wawa and la autobus, that they're the same thing. He speaks Cuban. I mean, he's from Cuba, so he's like, it's more, like she speaks like both of them. So she will say, no, that's not what they're saying. And then I listen to D-Style Boxing. And D-Style Boxing is like, dude, you don't even have to guess. The guy gave a one-word answer, and the commentator gave talk for 30 seconds. He was like, no. And then the other guy, they was like, Luis Ortiz, what do you think about Anthony Joshua and this? No. And then the commentator will say, well, he's saying that Anthony Joshua has no chance to win the fight against Tyson Fury, and that Tyson Fury is really the best fighter in the UK, and you can judge by his pay-per-view numbers, and you can also see by the fact that he was the original one to beat Vladimir Klitschko. But all Luis Ortiz said was, no. How do you get that out of no? You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Them cats don't believe them translators. I've had too many cats say, don't believe the translators. Don't believe the translators. Oh, Layla D. It's Avid Boxing said, Jay Good, bro. Somebody ain't having it. Somebody else get booted up out this junk. Oh, Lord. That's that punk again, dude. Why are you timing him out, dude? Don't time him out, dog. He get thrown out of here on that, dog. The Bears. I did watch the Bears beat the Green Bay Packers, dog. Sit on it, dog. Sit on it. Yes. I'm happy. They made my football year. We beat the Packers. Packers ass sitting at home, and we in the playoffs. We win. We win. Ain't 78 a Packers fan? Ain't 78, ain't you a Packers fan? Yeah. Y'all gonna be at the crib, and we balling. Yeah, Saints, baby. Who that? I can't. I'm a Bears fan and went to college in New Orleans. I got a scar on my head right here, man, where I bust my head open arguing with some dude about about the Bears when the Bears beat the when the Saints beat the Bears. I was arguing. I turned around real quick and gashed my head on like one of them little. The door is locked with a hook. A little screw you have with a little hole in the screw where you can then hook something in to keep the door from opening. I turned and gashed my head on that, dog. Can't stand the Saints. And guess who? And then I got a son. I can't stand the Saints because I was there years. Who that? Who that? Who that? We that. We that. That's who. And I'll be the only cat there talking about we that. Every time they that. And y'all don't pay your bets. And you don't pay your bets. Saint fans don't pay their bets. Because y'all was up, like 5-0 back in 93, something like that, around 1993. You guys were 5-0. And I told my boy, I'm like, you're not getting out the first round of playoffs. Because that's when the Saints were cursed. That's before you broke the curse. I was like, y'all cursed. Y'all ain't getting out the first. We gonna win. We gonna win. Who that? Who that? I was like, anybody that. Because you ain't getting past, I'll bet you $50 you don't get out the first round of the playoffs. He was like, yeah, I'll bet you $50. Then, when you didn't make the playoffs, he didn't pay up. I was like, you ain't paying up. You didn't make it out the first round of the playoffs. He said, well, hold on. They didn't make it to the playoffs. No, you didn't make it out of the first round of the playoffs. Did you make it to the second round of the playoffs? No. Consequently, you owe me my money. That dude still ain't paid me my money. And he's rich as shit, but won't come up off that dough because he don't want to fess up. But when he said, who that? I said, we that. And y'all ain't getting out. Damn it. Saints. Motherfucking Saints. Oh, dog, but I ride with the Bears, dog. I'm just telling you right now, dog, I don't play with nobody. I don't ride with nobody but the Bears. I don't ride with nobody but the Bulls. I don't ride with nobody but the Sox. So you want to talk to me about some basketball? The Bulls. Yeah, are we going to – what about who do you think – I don't care. The Bulls. That's how I roll. But Mexicans speak patois, hodgepodge Spanish, not the more formal Castilian, which is used in the global business world. Much love in the super chat. Much appreciation, Gregory Taylor. And I do understand that to be the truth. Hell yeah, Walter Payton. Only better running back was Barry Sanders. But God dog, Adrian Peterson was a beast too. Dog, we had some real good running backs. That's why I don't even like football anymore. Because the best part of the game for me was the running backs. Where you see a cat just flipping moves all the way down. Now that they made it all, it's nothing but passing so they can glorify them damn quarterbacks. Like, dog, used to have cats like Billy Sims doing crazy shit, Barry Sanders doing crazy shit. Obviously, Walter Payton. Now, every once in a while, I'll see a highlight where somebody just busts some shit crazy. It's all passing. Like, man, come on, man. I don't get to see no crack. Every once in a while, I'll see a highlight of a really good, nobody just stopping a defense scoring touchdowns, sacking a quarterback, running. I miss all that, man. Once they started trying to just glorify quarterbacks, where you can't touch the quarterbacks. Earl Campbell, all that, man. Gale Sayers. You just don't get to see all that stuff. Bo Jackson. They just took that out of the game, man. To me. Now, like I said, I'm not paying attention to it on a day-to-day basis. But I don't see a lot of that. I don't see a lot of that. I see everything about being about passing the ball. Just like me and my man Shevin Body got into it. But Shevin Body. It's not say Shevin Body. I told you that's exactly what about them 3-point shots. And that 2 days after I said it, the head coach of the San Antonio Spurs, what's his name? God dog. I can't remember. Forget what his name is, man. But he said that they took all the beauty out of the game because everything is about shooting 3-point shots. It's whoever, if You don't even look at the rest of the stats. You just look to see who hit the most 3 points that game, and that's who wins the fight. That's who wins the game. It's whoever hits the most threes in a game. You know, and it's like, yeah, man, it's pretty much what it is. It's just a 3-point highlight show. And it's just not as fun to me anymore. Like, pretty soon, I mean, I don't even know how in boxing, the equivalent of that is you just puff up some motherfucker like Anthony Joshua and say he's the best and make a bunch of excuses about Twitter followers and crap like that so that the fight doesn't happen. What kind of real boxing fan cares about how many Twitter followers somebody has? How do you even know? Like, I'm a boxing fan. I have no clue who has the most Twitter followers or Instagram followers. They literally have to tell. I've like somebody said, "Oh, Deontay Wilder's got 600,000 new Twitter followers." I was like, man, what? What does that mean? What's that mean? Like, what difference does that make? Does he got to? I mean, thank you, Greg Popovich said, "Man, this shit ain't even fun anymore, man. Took all the beauty out of the game," and they did. And then they let people get away with these picks. My God, man. Your feet have to be set. And you shouldn't be able to turn with it. Okay? You should not be able to back up out of your pick with the guy still on your back. It's just they let these cats do anything, man. Gale Sayers was good running back. Yeah, Gale Sayers was. I agree. They ruined basketball. The teams from the 90s would maul the teams now, according to with those rules, or they would just start shooting threes. They would just start shooting threes. It's everything's 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. And you just draft people that can shoot threes. Or you train guys like Anthony Mason to shoot a bunch of threes. You know, what's his name? Once Larry Johnson got his back hurt, Larry Johnson became a 3-point shooter. I can go through a bunch of cats that once they could no longer be physical, turned into 3-point shooters. Shit, Dennis Rodman used to hit 3-point shots. I'm like, dude, if Dennis Rodman was a better 3-point shooter than he was a 2-point shooter. He would just every once in a while launch a 3 and hit a 3. Dude, all they would do is just say Shaq would be shooting threes. They'd be like, oh, okay, you got to shoot threes? Well, I'm a junior in college, so let's just start 2 hours a day, threes, run some picks off, let me stretch, hit threes. It's like I used to think what they were trying to do is they were trying to make it less physical so that the European fighters, the European players could come in, right? And there wouldn't be so much banging going on. But that is not going to work because the best basketball players are from America, and all they're going to do is train differently. And now instead of practicing rebounding or practicing their defense, there's only a certain number of hours in the day they're going to shoot threes. You know? But anyway, man, where am I? Look, man, I much love to everybody in here, man. I really appreciate everybody coming in. Yeah, Sayers is a beast. And all you guys that get thrown out, don't come back. See, Jimmy Jommer, you're the same guy that's come back 4 times. Why do you waste your time? And you're never, why do you waste your time, dude? That shit makes no sense. Much love in the super chat, man. Let me check the super chat on my super chat screen. Jimmer, man, come on, man. Don't nobody care what you're talking about, dog. And I probably know who you are, dude. Come back under another name after you get timed out. My man, okay, cool. Oh, yeah, that's Gregory Wyatt. Yep, he said the NBA changed the rules to accommodate that the Eastern Europeans being drafted. Yeah, pretty much. And there was that one draft. I was like, what the fuck happened? It was like, what was it, like the 90s? It was the early 90s draft. And then I was just like, it was like half of the top 10 were Europeans. And I was like, what? Where did that come from? These dudes ain't in the NCAA. And by the way, only maybe 1 or 2 of them lasted more than 2 years. They all wind up not panning out. But they're not really going to be able to, But, they've been playing professional for several years. And if you put them on a team, you change the rule, they'll be able to, some of them going to be able to ball. They got cats that can ball. But they used to say things like, the best non-American. I remember there was this article came out. These guys were talking about the best non-American basketball players ever. And I'm going to tell you right now who the best non-American basketball player is ever. And it's easy. And it's no second. It's easy. Who the best non-American basketball player in the history of the NBA is. And before I get off this, I'm gonna run a poll. Who do you think is the best non-American, basketball player in the history of NBA? Current players excluded. Current cats in the league right now excluded, because I don't think you can really judge them until their career is over, because anything can happen. They can have a Penny Hardaway career or a Grant Hill type of career where they just get injured and all of a sudden, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna do that on this. Who y'all think? Oh yeah, dude got it right away, dog. The Dream. Hell no, not Dirk. The Dream. And they wouldn't even call a dude a non-American. I'm like, dude, he might be top 2. I mean, dude, he's easily top 4 centers ever. This cat was top 2, top 3 players in the entire 90s, dude. I mean, who was the best player? Michael Jordan is the best player in the 90s. Who was better than Akeem? It's Akeem and Shaq. It's Akeem and Shaq. Which one? I mean, like, really? Akeem was nasty. Never called him a foreign player, dude. Nasty. Damn, I didn't even know that. Yes, it's him, hands down. Yeah, dog. Yep, my favorite center. I'm telling you, man, that's how funny it is. That's how funny it is. If you add who's the best foreign player ever, Dirk Nowitzki ain't even close. Fuck out of here. Dirk Nowitzki ain't better than Kevin Garnett. Dude, Kevin Garnett is no Akeem Olajuwon. Okay? He's no Akeem Olajuwon. All right? Moses Malone is not Akeem Olajuwon. You could have had a Hall of Fame center that he sat on the bench other than him getting hurt in Ralph Sampson. Dude, Akeem Olajuwon is the truth. And they did. I just remember him talking about it. I was like, dude, what about Patrick Ewing? You know what I mean? What about Patrick Ewing? They act like Patrick Ewing is Jamaican. That's a foreign player, ain't it? But anyway, it is what it is. Yep, the great players, because, dude, I'm going to tell you who would be nice in the 90s, dog. Joel Embiid would be nice in the 90s, dog. Joel Embiid, that boy can ball. That boy right there, I'm looking at Joel Embiid in the 90s would be killing fools, dog. Killing fools. Yep, Olajuwon is Nigerian. Yes, sir. And he don't even rock with AJ. Now, tell me I don't like Nigerians. Akeem Olajuwon is the beast, man. Didn't they go to college in America? Maybe that's why. Nah, dog. That's not why. It's not American. He's not American. That it don't matter. He's not American. He's not American. He's a foreign player. No, he's just not playing in Europe. Okay? Kobe Bryant is technically speaking a foreign player. I do believe the cat was born in France. Parker, by the way, is not a foreign part. I think he was actually born in Chicago and moved there. But anyway, it is what it is. You get my point. Anyway, man, I appreciate everybody coming in to the chat today. It's been a ton of fun. Yep, Dikembe Mutombo and all that shit. Oh, no wonder, dog. That makes sense. Cats going live at the same time. Oh, you guys are so rude. But that's all right. No biggie diggy. Yeah, let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Yep. Yeah, Kobe. No, Kobe. Is Kobe from Greece? Nah, Kobe was from France, I thought. What's his name is from Greece. The Greek freak. What's his name? In Tumbo. What's his name? God, I cannot pronounce Giannis something or other, dude. Giannis something or other, man. Anyway, it is what it is. And look, man, I'm about to bounce. With that, let me make sure I didn't miss anything before I bounce. Been on a while. Appreciate everybody coming through. Yeah, he's from Italy. Yeah, man, he's born in Italy. But you know, he's from Philly. He's American. So is Tony Parker. Tony Parker's dad from Chicago. So anyway, it is what it is. And with that, I'm out. Peace.